What's up everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts you can be running right now in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer to help get your camo grind to be even faster. Plus we're going to give you some tips and tricks to help you along the way, along with what vests and perks you should be running, along with the tactical that will allow you to abuse tactical sprint right now and basically have unlimited tac sprint while also being able to slide cancel, so it's pretty OP. So let's get into it. Before we get to these class setups, I want to make sure that you guys are taken care of when it comes to your perks and your vest that you should be running. That way you can go in and unlock anything that you need to unlock via the armory unlock system, which I know is not the ideal thing, but at least this will give you kind of a direction to go in and see what you need to be unlocking first. So infantry vest is a base perk that you're going to have, so run this. This will increase your tac sprint duration and reduces the refresh time of that tac sprint. And then you want to be running, I think a lot of people are running commando gloves because you can reload while you sprint. Some people run quick grip. If you're running the overkill vest, definitely use the quick grip gloves, but I don't think you need to be. Use the commando gloves. You don't see people switching to their secondaries very often, so commando gloves will help you with that reload while sprinting. The covert sneakers is what I'm running. This gets rid of all your footstep sounds and will be pretty crucial to the tactical we're about to show you. And also battle rage increases your footstep audio as well, so running these covert sneakers will just completely override that, and that way you'll have the same advantages of battle rage without the increased footstep sounds, which is super OP right now. And then I love the bone conduction headset. This will increase your enemy's footsteps, the footstep audio of your enemy, and it's really good. And so the tactical you need to be running is battle rage. Battle rage right now, it gives you that adrenaline rush. It regenerates your health a little bit faster, which is super important, especially in this game. But most important, it's the tactical sprint is consistently refreshed. So basically what you can do now is once you respawn, immediately hit that battle rage and you'll basically get unlimited tac sprint for almost 15 seconds, which on average is probably longer than anyone really survives in multiplayer, which is why I say it kind of gives you unlimited tac sprint. It's really solid right now. And then you run whatever you want to here. I like Simtexes here. Throwing knives are solid if you got good aim, but I like Simtexes. These are pretty standard, I think. Now let's get into your class setups. The first loadout we're going to run is the SVA 545, and what we want to run here is the FJX Fulcrum Pro muzzle. This will basically help with recoil, gun kick, horizontal recoil, and vertical recoil. Then you want to go with the STV Precision Barrel. This helps a ton with damage range, period, and bullet velocity, along with recoil, horizontal recoil, and vertical recoil. Then you want to go with the 45 round mag. And then I like this FSS Ravager 45 stock here. Really helps with mobility as well, along with your ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. And then use whatever sight makes you comfortable, slate reflector, NIDAR, whatever, but I love this MK3 reflector sight. Here's the loadout for you to screenshot, and we'll go ahead and test that for you in the firing range. Like I said, it's pretty insane. And then what a lot of people are running right now as their secondary, and if you want to go ahead and level it up, I highly recommend a pistol called the RENETTI. But what you're going to do is you're going to put this Jack Ferocity carbine kit on it, which makes it and turns it into an SMG, gives it full auto fire, allows for tactical stance, bullet velocity and range, and aiming idle sway. Helps out a ton with those. It's absolutely it's pretty good. And then so we're gonna go with the Corvus Series D muzzle here. This helps with a lot of horizontal recoil control. The Merc foregrip, this is a MW2 attachment that you should already have access to. Everybody should. Helps a ton with recoil, obviously. And then the Ravage 8 stock here, this helps a ton with recoil control as well. And then I like running the 50 round drum. We'll test that for you here in the firing range. Absolutely insane. This is a pistol. Now for the rest of these loadouts, I'm gonna have these paired with an SMG, your AR plus an SMG. I highly recommend just going with, like I said, we're gonna go with the infantry vest. I would not go with an overkill vest here. Infantry vest is just fine because we're working on one weapon at a time usually when it comes to unlocking those camos and stuff. But this is just to kind of expedite the process of giving you guys these loadouts, so I'm not wasting your time. But if you are gonna go overkill, again, I would run quick grip gloves instead of the commando gloves. Completely up to you. These loadouts are completely interchangeable. Use what you want. Use these individually. That's what I'm going to be doing. Again, this is just to streamline the process a little bit more. So next we're going to have the MTZ, and on this MTZ you want to run the Shadow Strike Suppressor. Again, you can favorite your attachments so that you can move them all the way to the front like this. Now the Shadow Strike Suppressor is always at the front anyway, but you can just favorite this loadout just by clicking your right trigger, and it'll, like, if you go all the way down here and you want to favorite a loadout, once you back out and go back in, it'll be located right here. you can also unfavorite it the same way. So again, we're going to go with that Shadow Strike Suppressor for this MTZ. Then for the underbarrel, we're going with the Bruin Heavy Support Grip. The barrel, we're going with the MTZ Drifter Heavy Long Barrel. And then the 50 round drum, along with the Bruin TR24 Assault grip. This thing was really solid when it came to the canted kills like this, or the tack stance kills is what technically this was called. I really love this one, running this with that tack stance. Seemed to be pretty solid, but again, I hate that challenge. But this thing is an absolute beam as well. If you want to put a sight on it, you can maybe switch out the rear grip for an optic or something like that. For this SMG, we're going to have the WSP Swarm. These SMGs, man, they just do not feel powerful enough right now. So hopefully those get a buff here pretty soon. And these camo challenges for these weapons are difficult, especially, well, they removed the tactical challenge here, which is pretty crazy. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so this 15 kills on operators affected by your tactical, they removed that from the WSP Swarm, which was super difficult, and it took forever. So that part is super difficult, and it only seems to be working with, you could probably run smokes, but only seems to be working with stun grenades. So I would run stun grenades if you're doing that challenge. Completely up to you. Again, for this WSP Swarm, we're going to go with the FTAC Castle Comp Muzzle, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip, the WSP Reckless 90 Long Barrel, the 50 round mag, and the FSS Fortress Heavy Stock. And here's the loadout for you guys to screenshot. The next loadout is a lot of people's favorites. We're going to go with the MCW. For that MCW, I like the FJX Fulcrum Pro muzzle here. That's another MW2 attachment. Then we're going with the KR Midnight 13-inch barrel, the 40 round mag. Man, not having tuning is so nice, isn't it? Go with the RB Claw PSL rear grip here. And then I like the MK3 reflector sight. And here's that loadout for you guys to screenshot as well. Then I'm going to pair this with the submachine gun, the Rival 9. And a lot of people like the Rival 9 right now. I'm not a big fan of the SMGs right now. I think the ARs are the way to go. But we're gonna go with the Shadow Strike Suppressor S here. But this is, again, we're just helping you guys with the camo grind, so you're gonna be running everything hopefully and getting these camos unlocked. Then we're gonna go with the Chook angled grip here. This really helps with the gun kick control and really helps with the mobility. Then the 40 round mag, and I like the Rival Vice Assault rear grip here. And then the EXF Close Quarters Assault stock. Here's that loadout for you guys to screenshot. For this next loadout, we've got the FR556, or the FAMAS as I like to call it. And then we've got the AMR9 here. The AMR9 I have here is a little bit more of a longer range build, but definitely feels really nice when it comes to the TTK. For this FR556, we're gonna go with the FJX Fulcrum Pro muzzle here. Then we're gonna go with the 600mm FR long bore barrel, the 45 round mag, and the slate reflector optic. Here's that loadout for you guys to screenshot. Then for that AMR9, we got the Shadow Strike Suppressor, the AMR9 Enforcer long barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip, the 50 round mag. Then I like the MK3 reflector sight again. Just to kind of show you how this one kind of operates. It does have a little bit slow ADS right here, but again, it's really nice at range. Don't know how often you're going to be using it that far away, but still hits pretty solid. For this next loadout, this is a very good weapon to use right now. And if you're going and you're just wanting to play and get high kills, the DG58 is incredibly insane right now. Kind of overpowered in my opinion. Really fast bullet velocity, very solid when it comes to a burst weapon for sure. Should be interesting when Warzone update comes around in December to see where this falls in the meta, because the bullet velocity, like I said, is there. So it's like probably the M16, but an actually good M16. So for this loadout, we're going to go with the Cassis Brake Muzzle, the DG58 LS18 barrel, the FTAC Ripper 56. You all know this one. This comes from Modern Warfare 2. The FSS Last Stand Comb, and the MK3 reflector sight. Like I said, the bullet velocity on this thing is absolutely insane. It's just an absolute beam. One shot to the head. Then we have the Striker SMG. I'm going to go with the Shadow Strike Support S barrel, the 60 round drum, the TAC grip, the Lockman MK2 light stock, and the slate reflector sight. Here's the loadout for that Striker for you to screenshot, and here's the loadout for that Meta DG58 for you to screenshot as well. For our next loadout, it's my favorite AR overall right now. The DG58 is very good, no doubt about it, but I'm not a huge fan of burst weapons myself, but it is, like, I'm not going to deny that it is overpowered, but I love the HOLGER 556. This is my favorite AR to use for any versatility at all. And then we have the Striker 9 submachine gun for that second part of this loadout. So for this HOLGER, we're going to go with the FJX Fulcrum Pro, the Krios 6 match barrel, the FSS Sharkfin 90 underbarrel, 40 round mag, and I like the slate reflector sight here, or the MK3 reflector sight as well here too. Here's that Holger loadout for you to screenshot. So for the Striker 9 SMG, we're gonna go with the Shadow Strike Suppressor S, the XRK BW4 hand stop underbarrel, the Striker Recon long barrel, the 40 round mag, and I like the Seiken ZX grip here. Helps a ton with recoil, which is pretty needed when it comes to this SMG. And here's the loadout for you to screenshot. For this next loadout, we're gonna go with the BAS-B. This is the battle rifle. This is going to be the number one when it comes to Warzone. I feel like, at least for right now, this is what I feel is going to be number one right off the bat when it comes to Warzone 1. So if there's any weapon you want to have leveled up, I think it's the BAS-B. It says BAS-P on here, but I'm so used to typing that from Warzone 2. Naturally, it leaked over, but this is the BAS-B battle rifle, and I paired it with this last SMG. Again, I'm giving you a loadout for all ARs, all SMGs. This is the last SMG loadout right here. So for this BAS-B, we're gonna go with the Shadow Strike Suppressor, the Wivner's Respite long barrel, the 45 round mag, the ST88 grip, and the slate reflector sight. Here's the loadout for you to screenshot. Then for this WSP9, we're gonna go with the Himra's Mod Suppressor S, the Chuk angled grip, the 40 round mag, the WSP factory stock, and the MK3 reflector sight. Here's the loadout for that for you to screenshot. Now for these next two loadouts, I'm gonna give you the best snipers in the game right now. There's lots of solid weapons. It is multiplayer, so everything's pretty much one shot, especially when it comes to the head. But these two snipers are your fastest mobility snipers and are really solid right now, and will be great for camo grinding. So for this first one, we're gonna go with the longbow. I know it's a lot of people's favorite. For this longbow, you're gonna go with the Pro 99 long barrel, the high grain rounds, the 10 round mag, the demo 650 grip, and the no stock to increase the mobility quite a bit. So this to you guys in the firing range here. Really solid. Here's the loadout for you guys to screenshot. And then we have the KV inhibitor, which is another favorite of everyone's. We're gonna go with the Shadow Strike Suppressor, the Kastovia Jek 40 barrel, the Broadside factory grip, the Kostov Rama, and the Intless CAS 14 scope. Now I went through and I checked. This scope has the fastest ADS speed by far. Its accuracy is all green. You see here on the right side, its ADS speed is underneath the handling was a negative 9.8%. That's the highest overall over all the sites right now, and the ADS movement speed is awesome as well. If you go through, your ADS movement speed is a little bit faster for this Choreo ELT, but again, that's a 6.9% instead of a 9.8% on handling there. Trying to see what else here. 12 point, not bad, but that's a thermal optic. But like I said, if you watch this ADS speed, it is the fastest overall. You have another 9.8 somewhere here. So the ADS movement speed is great on this one. KR Marauder is a solid one as well. Maybe you like that one better, but the accuracy part does not beat out this Intless CAS 14. So that's my recommendation when it comes to the scope for this particular sniper. Here's the loadout again for you to screenshot. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noti bell so you don't miss another video like this or like one of these. We'll see you in the next one. Share this with a teammate and hit that follow.